Hello, welcome to TNT Podcast, episode 1. Not quite sure why we've decided to do this, but we're giving it a go.
It's a bit of fun.
So, right, first off, who are we and why we chose to study film? So, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, I'll go first, I suppose. My name is Tom Nicol. I study at Solent, like everyone. I did film because it's something that I've been fascinated by for a long time, and I do have a story about like why I started to study film. So basically, before I went to college or whatever, I always wanted to be a guy that like engineers roller coasters.
Roller coasters?
Yeah, so like that's...
What? You've never actually told us this
Yeah,
before.
okay, so I used to want to like engineer roller coasters. That was my career dream for ages.
Roller coasters?
Yeah.
Like don't do... No.
And then I sat down one day in my living room and watched Video Game High School, you know, like the web series,
Yeah.
the Freddy one. I watched it all the way through, and I thought to myself, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to make short films and short videos like that. And I ended up here, and that's how it works.
All right, Dad.
Yeah.
We've never told that. So me, Turlough, hello. I'm here. I didn't actually study. I don't know if I told you before. I didn't actually study film or any media sort of stuff at school. Got a BTEC in sport and IT, and I took a year out to find me. You know, they always think you find yourself in that year out.
Go to Thailand and find.
No,
yourself.
I didn't go to Thailand. I went to Tesco Express. It was right at the start, and you get your money, and you go, oh, this is great, and you just spend your money on whatever you want, and then like you hit that point where it's like, this is just dog shit. Had a bunch of like family stuff going on, and then I was like, Mum, I need to go to uni. I just like, let's pick a course. I picked up photography in the year, so I kind of like, yeah, I'll do film. And she did my application for me. She also did my personal statement.
Fair enough.
I sort of said, just say these kind of things. So she wrote my personal statement, and then, you know, I applied 3 days before deadline, and I'm here. I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we talk about day one of uni?
Yes.
Red Boat. This
where
little
Red
guy.
Boat began. This one.
I remember walking into that room and just looking at people and going, oh, these pretentious fucks. Most of them are right now, to be fair.
Yeah, it was a weird time because, like, it was obviously Freshers Week and we were all trying to make friends. I remember it was me in, like, the middle table. It was me and Vlad.
Yeah.
And then it was you and 2 others behind me. I don't know who it
so
was.
I walked in and kind of went, I'm just going to sit at the back, and if anyone sits next to me, like, they're going to be my friend, like, whether they like it or not. And Connor sat next to me. And I kind of started talking to him. I think he'd messaged me or commented on a post, because, you know, we had that group chat a couple of weeks before.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh yeah, anyone doing film? And like, so we had been talking in that group chat beforehand, and then Conrad sat next to us and didn't speak much English. Or spoke English, but not very well.
Yeah.
So we kind of started talking there. And then I think, yeah, you were just in the row in front. And I think you and Vlad, and then I think Nathan was next to you with someone else.
Yeah. I can't remember who was next. I just remember Vlad being next to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we had to make a film in 24 hours.
Yeah.
We got given prompts. It was a cruise liner.
Which there weren't any.
Yeah, we double checked and like there were no cruise liners leaving that day.
No.
And we had to film it in Mayflower Park, which is like the big event park on the like coast of Southampton.
Which was shut.
Which was closed for
an event.
It was closed for the like boat show or whatever.
But the funny thing is, before we turned up there, we didn't know it was shut.
Yeah.
So I remember going into like a tiny, one of them like souvenir shops, and we saw that guy. It was a red one or a yellow one. And I think it was Connor behind the camera. Connor goes, get the red one. And I think it was like £1 or maybe 50p. And we brought it on the off chance that we'd need it. And then we got there and the stuff wasn't available. And I think we'll put a clip in of the amazing film that is Red Boat.
Yeah. I mean, that... Like, it was weird because I'd made films like before coming to uni. And
so I've made nothing.
After like making Red Boat, I was like, oh, this is not going to go well. Like after seeing...
See, that's the thing. I thought you were a knob on the first day.
Yeah, and then...
Because it was your birthday, the day that we started or the day before?
Yeah. And
you were having a party with all your housemates that you'd already met through moving in. And you were just like, oh, I don't want to be here, like, I've got a party tonight. So I think I was like, yeah, just we'd finish filming, let's just go home.
Yeah, and then you never thought you'd
I
see
thought
me
that was
again.
it. I thought this kid like first day, last day kind of thing.
Yeah,
And now look at us.
I know. It was good as well because like once like we'd seen the film and it was like I don't know how I felt about it, and then it was good to see like because we had to show them the day after, and it was good to like see everyone laugh and things.
Everyone liked it,
And
I think it set us apart straight away.
Yeah, I think that's where like everyone sort of caught the filmmaking bug was like that one day.
Yeah, I think it was a really good thing that the uni did, and they kind of went, you don't know anyone in this room, so here's 24 hours, get to know them.
Yeah, I think it's clever.
And I don't know how many of the groups have stayed together. I know that there's 4 of us left in Red Boat.
Like from that film, there's 4 of us left, and then we sort of took on some others.
Yeah, I mean we're at what 12 now.
12 people.
Yeah, which is mad. So yeah, Red Boat as a group. What we saying? We got 12 of us now.
Yeah. So there's a 4 original.
Can you name them all?
All 12.
Yeah.
So 4 original. Me, you, Vlad, Connor.
Yeah.
And then Dan Sarpong.
Sarpong.
There is Lucas, Sam, Wilf Bieta, and then 3 more that I can't remember.
Come on.
Adam, is he one?
Adam's one.
Who's the other 2?
Alex is another one.
Alex. That's so bad. He's going to kill me.
Have you done 12 or have you done 11?
I've done 11.
Who the fuck's the 12th one? I feel real bad. Who's the 12th one? Sam, me, you, Connor, Adam, Vlad, Alex, Lucas, Sarpong, Bieta, Wilf.
Maybe there's only 11.
Con, do you have any idea who the 12th one is? You don't know either. Oh shit, who's the 12th one? Look it up on our group chat quick. This has gone horribly wrong.
Alright, anyway,
we'll move on, right? Whoever you are, we do appreciate you. I just can't remember your name. We're doing a photo shoot later.
I mean, we'll find out then, I suppose.
British.
Oh,
British!
fuck's sake, British, no!
Oh, the bane of my life, that kid.
British.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry,
British.
sorry, British.
Berlin was enough of you. That's why I forgot you. So yeah, what's the deal? Why is like we had the 4 and then we kind of got a couple and now it's just there's 4 new ones out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's come to a point where like there's been people that we've worked with in the past that like gone on to do their own thing.
Yeah.
And there's been people that like have done their own thing.
Yeah.
And like seen what we do and want to like join us. So we've kind of got like we've got like a strong group of like everyone that wants to be involved, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think it's good that we've got a dynamic of the new 4 all bring something where you've got Freightish, obviously, everyone's favourite, who just brings this blend of professionality and just raw feel of sex. Like, that kid's just obsessed. And then you've got Bieta, who just brings, like, she's just so professional.
Yeah.
But you can have a laugh with her. And then you've got Adam, who just is the one that makes us look better with his athleticism.
Yeah.
And kind of the muscle. And then you've got Wilf, who, like, Wilf can do sound, he can do camera, he can do edit.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a good thing as well. It's like we're not sort of built-in specialists, we're built-in filmmakers.
Yeah.
So obviously, like we're all still learning and stuff, but like I feel like we could all sort of freelance on our own if we needed to.
Yeah, I think it's the difference is that there's none of us that think we're better than anyone else.
Yeah.
But we're just trying really hard to not be better than each other, but push each other to be better within themselves.
Yeah.
So like you're mainly a director, but this film, because we've already got directors, you've taken on producer.
Yeah.
And with Bieta's help, but also you're pushing yourself on your own.
Yeah, and it's good to sort of like branch out on things you're not used to.
Yeah, we're all at the same level now, and you can't go, well, I'm being this role because I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Because you're a second year, someone else is a second year. There's no, even if it's an age thing, you're still all at the same level. So with the topic of the group, we've got films coming up, we've worked on films. What would you say is your favourite film that we've done? Or whether it's we've done as a Red Boat group or you've done through uni? What you feeling?
I'm not. I don't know really, to be honest. So, I mean, am I allowed to talk about Powerless?
You can talk about Powerless.
All right. So, I mean,
Double award winning.
Powerless was an experience. to say the least.
It was an experience.
And it sort of taught me a lot about like what I can and can't do.
In terms of what, life or filmmaking?
I mean, a bit of both, to be
a bit
honest.
of everything.
But
you can't leave a guy on top of the hill for 3 hours in the freezing cold.
I think that's.
Connor.
You're welcome. I think that's a good. I think that's probably like my favourite. It's my favourite and also my like least favourite.
I think we learned a lot from that film.
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily like. I think it turned out good.
I think it looked good. It really good at the start, good end. The middle was kind of a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, all the other films that were up for best film, Crave, which is Etienne, Dale and their lot, and then Handbrake, which is Our People Now.
Yeah.
I think both those films were more finished and more polished.
Yeah.
Because their stories, as good as they were very sort of tight. Whereas we're doing an apocalypse film, we're going into the middle of a forest, and we went all out, and Terrence was like, I don't know. But then we told him, we've got location, and he was like, that's really good. And I think we pushed it so far that...
Yeah. I think we did, and I think there's like... I think if we didn't choose to shoot at night, which I can take responsibility for or whatever, it would have turned out better than it would have done. But I don't know. It's like with the new film that we're making, it's like we can take on board everything we learned there, and hopefully this one turned out.
Yeah, because we've gone for the one location. It's set indoors.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that as the weeks go on, because obviously we'll have people on that are part of that film.
What's your favourite one that you've worked on?
My favourite.
There's two words that I never stop hearing you say.
What, Black Steps? Yeah. Black Steps, what a film. The crew for that was incredible. Obviously we had me, Vlad, Sam, Sarpong, Nathan, who's no longer at the uni, Dan Ruck, who's no longer at the uni. And we kind of, Dimitro as well, who's still around. He does his own thing. The funny thing is that Vlad wasn't in our seminar group for the first half of the year, and then joined us when we were like, we've got to make this film. And Dan Ruck and Sam both come from the area where the place is. So Dan wrote the script about this mine, and we'd never seen it. And the way he described it was like it was on this cliff edge, and there's like this tiny hole you go through. It's nothing like that, or at least that's how I saw it. Nothing like that. But it's such a cool location. We'll put some clips in of the film so you can get a feel for it. But I mean, we went down there 3 days, shot 3 days in a row. We stayed on Dan's floor. You know, I was up 3 times through the night to make sure batteries were charged. Our actor pulled out after we'd shot the whole first day, where he wasn't part of it. He messaged me, was like, "This is so unprofessional." There was nothing I did that was.
Is it a guy that like you found online?
Yeah, it was through Mandy, which is one of the film ones, because we've got Mandy and you've got Star now. We'll go on to cast and stuff later.
I think Aaron's the guy that ended up taking his place, right?
Yeah.
I think he did an amazing job anyway.
So the character was written for an older person, security guard going down to this mine. You know, you'd assume a security guard that gets called into these situations to be a bit older. Yeah. And the guy pulled out at like 8 o'clock at night, and I was done. I was like, this film is going to the trash. I'm going to quit. And then Dan phoned around his friends in the area, and we met Aaron at the local Weatherspoons, and we gave him a script, and he was like, "Yeah, I can act.
Yeah,
I'll do it." And I think the difference in dynamic of this young guy that's called into this situation that he shouldn't be in makes a massive difference. And I'm just like amazed by the reception we got from everyone that said, sort of the amount of messages that we got from even third years and master's students to say this film was like a step above.
Yeah, I think that kind of like I wasn't part of it, so I don't know the full story, but like Black Steps probably it's definitely like I saw it as a statement, to be fair.
I think, we mess about and we have a laugh in lectures and seminars, but we never think we're above anyone. We kind of just went, we want to do this, and we want to be a step above. Everyone wants to. And I mean, we've done stuff since that I'm not as proud of, and films that I'm not as proud of, but that was really a point where every role was the right role. Yeah. And it kind of, there's stuff that we can't talk about in the mind, because if lecturers saw it, they'd have words with us and stuff. Like, it was freezing cold and I was in a t-shirt and put my hoodie down so this guy could lie on glass, and it was like, the risk assessments are kind of dodged, and location wasn't exactly signed off. but it's all about the talk. But yeah, I think Black Steps is my favourite thing.
That's what
so
being a
far.
student's about, though, is taking some risks sometimes. I
Yeah,
think.
you've got to take risks to get the reward. I think the thing about taking risks is that you take the risk, and if it doesn't work, they can see it and go, "We loved what you tried to do.
Yeah.
Next time, if you tried this, this, and this." Whereas if you keep it so straight and do it in a student house, and it's one character, and that it's a trashy comedy, and you try and copy, your inspirations, it can go, "Oh, I wish you'd tried so much more to kind of to step out of your comfort zone."
Yeah, I agree with that. It's sort of a thing where you kind of have to. It's a time to like ask favors and like, because obviously when you're like working or whatever, you have a budget, you have money to like pay people for their locations, pay good actors, but this is a time to like see like what you can actually achieve with just like asking. And,
Yeah, exactly.
And you'll find some like places where people can't sell it to you because they're dangerous or whatever.
Yeah.
And some like really original things can come out of it.
Oh yeah, right now it's all about. I mean, I come from the local area. I say I come from Southampton. Jed would have otherwise because he's real Southampton. But you know areas from where you come from, and your house is what, 2-hour drive?
Yeah, about that.
And it's like, if you know a really cool location there,
Yeah.
half of the people, maybe more than half the people on our course don't know about this place.
Yeah.
But you know about this little area. Take your crew there. Like, people have all come from different areas. They all know different places and cool places that they grew up. We wouldn't have known about the mine if it wasn't for Dan and Sam who lived in the local area. And yeah, take risks, because the worst thing is you're going to get a lower mark for your film.
Yeah. I've never sort of like marks are fine and all that. I just never really care about them too much. I think I'd rather be proud of the film that I make rather than to get a decent mark, because sometimes like the marking and things can be a little bit off with like because they have a certain expectation, and like you can't really have expectations with art. If that sounds cocky, but you know what I mean.
No, I get it, because in a room of 100 people, you put red boat in front of them.
Yeah.
99 of them think it's absolute trash.
Yeah.
One person goes, "That's comedy gold." Right? It's not.
Yeah.
But that one person sees that, and then they know someone, and they know someone. Like, it's really difficult to judge this or to judge music or actual painting or drawing, because everyone's got a different feel for it.
Yeah.
I think now it's the bad thing is, like, you could make a film that you hate. You go, "Oh, this film's absolute trash," and then you get an A3 for it, and you go, "Oh, I must have done something right," and you just stick to that feel. Whereas if you make something that's proper out there and it doesn't get a high enough mark, you can go, "Yeah, but look at it, like, it looks cool." So talking of films, obviously, because it's our film podcast, your inspirations, whether it's films, directors, actors, what is your what's your favourite style? Who made you want to do films? Who do you watch now that you go, "I love their stuff, I hate their stuff"? Like,
I mean, I've always been more into like series and TV and things, like more than film, just because that's sort of like where like my inspiration came from. I talked about like the web series and stuff.
Yeah.
That being said, like film wise, I really like making and watching like gritty British sort of things.
There's a bit about you that's all great. Every time we have a meeting, it's like, "Oh, I want to make a gritty London."
Yeah, but I just think it's such a cool idea, and like obviously we've just come out of like teenagehood and things like that, and it's sort of something that's like very fresh in my memory and something that I kind of like to watch and sort of relate to, and I don't know, I just like the look of it, and it's I suppose it's something that I always used to watch like growing up.
Yeah.
Like I've watched like Quadrophenia is one of my favourite films. Like This Is England, like the TV show and the film is really good as well. So that kind of thing, or sort of like psychological sort of drama things, like The Prestige, one of my favourite films of all time.
I've still not seen it.
It's generally really good.
I've just not seen it.
It's a really good film.
So the thing is, when people go, "Oh, you need to see this, you put it off."
Yeah, I suppose, but like, you do need to see it though. It's really good.
I'll watch it. For me, I love sort of real, and that's such a broad thing. Like real things in life that, for instance, Manchester by the Sea is real people going through a real life situation, bereavement, and how everyone is affected by bereavement. Same as Three Billboards. They're both quite new films, but it's real people in real situations. One film that I watch regularly that I absolutely love is The Breakfast Club.
Okay,
See,
carry on.
You've got this thing. So you think that Matey Boy's better? What's his name? Ferris Bueller.
I mean, I never said that. I just don't think that, like... I've only seen Ferris Bueller once, and it's, like, fine. It's just that I just don't... I think The Breakfast Club is such an overrated film.
It's not overrated. It's 5 young people put in a place where they shouldn't be together, and by the end, they've realised there's more in common than there should be. It's uni.
Yeah, it is.
You're different than me. I'm different than Con.
I just think
Lucas is different than all of us. Lucas even hates himself, but we love Lucas. Like, we're all put in a place that we shouldn't... Apart from film, we have so much different things in common.
I like the film. It's just like...
I love the film.
I think it gets too much credit for being like not as real as people think it is. So for me, there's parts of it that just don't feel right and feel a little bit lazy, and that's like I just that's my only thing that really puts me off the film.
Because it's John Hughes written, produced, directed. Because he also wrote Ferris Bueller, and I think his characters are quite realistic, and his way of writing is just brilliant. Like there's chemistry in that room between each different character in each different conversation. That's not easy to do. I mean, have you tried to make a film with 5 main characters?
I mean, no. I've tried to write a few, but I've never tried to make one.
No, and it's like, I think he did something there that was different than anything I've seen. It might be a complete rip-off of something else that I've not seen, but for me, The Breakfast Club is one of my favourite films of all time.
Yeah, I haven't seen many of John Hughes' films, but
You're watching the wrong films.
I suppose.
Straight off the top of your head, favourite actor?
Favourite actor?
As an actor, not as a person or someone you fancy. Favourite actor, and then we'll go on to actress.
I mean, I've always liked Christian Bale.
Bit of a knob, though, isn't he?
I mean, he is, or supposedly he is. I don't know. I've never actually met him, but there are like clips of him like lashing out on certain things.
Yeah.
I just think that he's like the right amount of method actor for like someone that I would want to work with.
So do you rate method? I don't rate method.
I do. I think that it's I don't know. It can be kind of annoying. I can get like it can be kind of annoying, and I can get that it can be quite damaging to certain people.
Yeah.
But I think that it's fascinating that someone can like genuinely believe there's someone else.
Yeah, I mean, I credit people that do the method, because it's like you've read this character, you've gone, I need to live the life of this person.
Yeah.
And they've gone and done it, and they've put in good performances.
Yeah.
Like, the Joker is one of the greatest performances in anything ever, Heath Ledger. But I kind of, if you're not acting, you're just being this person. And it's kind of...
Isn't that a step above acting? So sure that should be...
No, I don't think so. I think that acting is kind of... You learn how to act. You should be able to act as one person, then come off and be yourself again.
Yeah, which method actors can do. Like they're not just one person forever.
But the difficulty is they're that whole person for the entirety of that film, and then they come out of it and you kind of... don't know, it can cause problems within them.
Yeah. I get... The one thing the issue I have is people thinking, oh, to be a good actor I have to method act.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The Joker from Suicide Squad.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, he decided to be method just because he could, and because Heath Ledger did it.
Stupid things.
Yeah.
Like he gave people rats and dead animals in boxes.
That doesn't really do anything.
No, that's just being a dick.
So that side I kind of get, but like there is a side where if you really love a character, you would want to get obsessed, and like that's how I would want my actors to be.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I feel that. I get it. I'm personally not a fan of method acting, but I can respect it as a craft. It's different than actual acting.
Yeah, it's not. I'm sure that all performances have a touch of method in them,
Yeah.
Any all good ones anyway.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, some performances it's just you just can't be method.
Yeah.
If you're told to be, I mean, some people might. If you're told to be a drug addict in a film, are you going to start taking drugs? Probably not. I mean, if you have.
Yeah, but you can do. There are people that like would, you know, wear the same clothes for a week.
Yeah.
Or like
we know people that
sleep
do that anyway.
Yeah.
They're not actors. They're just not clean. Like, but no, I get it. I kind of get it. Favorite actress, and then I'll
favorite
go on to
actress.
Actress, not just for appearance.
No, I'm trying to think. I mean, I saw her in person recently, so that might be a bit biased, but Maisie Williams is really good, I think. Or like
when you saw it
as a person and as an actress. Scarlett Johansson is really good. Or I like because she's in The Prestige as well. Yeah. She does a good job in that. That's all I can think of off the top of my head.
Alright, I mean, Maisie Williams kind of take or leave her. Scarlett Johansson puts a shift in. Yeah. She's sort of. I mean, the biggest thing she does at the moment is the Marvel films, but most of them where she's been the sole woman, she's taken it on and put in a proper shift.
Yeah.
For me, female actors kind of like Lily James at the moment is coming up, and I thought she was really good in Baby Driver, and then she's got Yesterday, which is coming out soon. I don't know if you've seen much about it. Have you seen the trailer Yesterday? It's a film about a guy that's a musician, gets hit by a bus, I think, and then suddenly the Beatles haven't existed.
Okay.
And he plays a Beatles song, and people are like, "Oh my god, you wrote this! It's the greatest thing ever." And he's like, "This is the Beatles," and they've never heard of the Beatles.
All right, fair enough.
Have a look at it. It looks a bit
weird.
weird. It might be funny. It might not be. She's in that, and she seems kind of different from Baby Driver.
Yeah.
You've got who have you got? Letitia Wright is, I think, really good.
Mm-hmm.
She Black Panther. She's brilliant. Her character in that is just perfect. Kind of. She's funny and serious at the same time.
Yeah. So, do you like Black Panther? Just a quick.
Right.
thing.
So, because one of the questions we got for later is about the thoughts on Best Picture lineup.
Okay.
And obviously, Black Panther is in.
That's a Best Picture. It's nominated for Best Picture.
Oscar.
Okay, fair enough.
So personally, I was hesitant about seeing it because lead up to it was everyone was all PC. It was either you want to see it or you're against seeing it because it's an all African American English lineup.
Yeah.
I really like it, but Marvel films are one of my one of my favourite.
I think we've had this discussion about Marvel before, but
see, because you're not 100% on Marvel films, are you?
I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% on most Marvel films. Black Panther being one of them. I'm like, there's not like, there's nothing wrong with like African American cinema or anything.
Yeah.
Like I just thought that Black Panther was a bit like nothing really happened. It seemed a bit too safe, and they were kind of riding the idea that it had an all-black cast to sort of hype it up to be better than it was.
I kind of get that. I think there are little bits in it that don't really work for me, and putting it up for an Oscar, kind of, is it the best superhero film of the year in a year that we had Infinity War?
Yeah.
Not really. Infinity War, although people have issues with it, they try to do something that's never been done and bring all of this stuff in together.
Infinity War was Marvel's saving grace for me, like for me personally, because like I was so done with Marvel films after Black Panther, and like Deadpool 2 was like fine, but it wasn't like again overhyped, and so I was like completely done with Marvel when Infinity War came out, and then.
Did you see it with us, midnight release?
No, I didn't. I saw it with some housemates.
Sorry.
And I wasn't going to go see it, and he was like, you've got to see it." My friend who saw it, early release of it, said it was amazing, and so I gave Marvel one more chance, and the film was incredible.
Yeah.
So.
I think Marvel's very difficult because if you're a comic book fan, you love it.
Yeah.
But you also, there's so much that happens in a comic series that can't happen on screen in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Equally, if you're not a fan, it's a new sort of film that you can love, or there's too much of it and they throw it down your throat.
Yeah.
Because they try and do 3 films a year, which some people can see as a task to watch.
Yeah, I get it. Like I'll see them if like I want to see them if they look good. Like I'm trying to think of which Marvel films are coming out
So we've
soon.
got Captain Marvel comes out in about 2 weeks.
Couldn't care less about that.
You've got, I think it's called Endgame. I don't know if it's called Endgame.
Oh, what the new?
The new.
Yeah,
Avenger.
okay, I'll watch
the
that.
second part.
That one I'll watch. Is there one? Is it like Endgame Part 1 and Part 2? Or is it just one
No,
more
this
film?
is just the second half of Infinity War.
Okay.
Essentially, it's not second half, but it's the carry on from all that.
Okay, that's fine.
And then you've got the second Spider-Man film in July.
Yeah, which I didn't see Homecoming, so
You should see Homecoming.
I've heard it's pretty average, and like
It's one that you might like because it's kind of different.
yeah,
You follow the younger guy throughout.
yeah. I'll give it a watch. But yeah, Captain Marvel, I don't understand why everyone's so hyped for Captain Marvel. Like
I think everyone's hyped for Captain Marvel because it's a female lead.
Oh, okay.
I've got nothing against
Because
that.
everyone was like, "Oh, Captain Marvel," and I refuse to believe that like some of the people that are doing that know who Captain Marvel is.
No, they just see Brie Larson and it's
Like,
a female lead, and they go.
I didn't even know who
Captain Marvel was. No. But before we get too sidetracked on Marvel, let's pull it back.
All right.
And we'll do. I think have we got enough time for questions?
Just do the questions, yeah.
You want questions? Yeah?
All right. Cool.
So first question, we put out the questions online. I don't know if you've seen any of these. So we'll go for Cameron sent in the question first. Thoughts on Best Picture lineup? Would you like a refresh?
Yes, because
Yeah.
likelihood is I haven't had time to see a lot of them.
So the full list of Best Picture, you've got Black Klansman,
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther, which
Yeah.
we know you love, Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah.
The Favourite, Green Book, Roma, A Star Is Born, and Vice. So out of that, you don't think Black Panther should be up for it?
I don't think Black Panther should be up for it.
I don't think Black Panther should be up for it either.
if like a like Black Power film should be up for it. I saw Sorry to Bother You a couple months ago.
Is it good?
That it's like it's really good.
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really clever, and like I think that deserves Best Picture
Yeah.
as well.
See, so the ones that stick out for me, A Star Is Born, I haven't seen, but is apparently very good.
Yeah,
Green Book, which has recently come out, I really want to see. Viggo Mortensen,
yeah,
Mahershala Ali. Roma is a surprise one
yeah.
because Dan won't stop raving about it. It's one of the greatest films he's ever seen, and apparently every image is amazing.
Yeah, but it's very sort of cinematography kind of film.
I think so. I mean, I believe it surprised at the BAFTAs.
Yeah,
I think it did
did
quite
it win
well
a BAFTA? It won Best Picture at the BAFTAs, right?
Yeah, and I know that the director won
Yeah.
as well.
Well, it's like there was a black and white film that won Best Picture a couple of years ago. It's like The Artist or something.
Yeah.
So I suppose.
Is Roma black and white?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
I've not seen it. Oh, my bad. I'll watch it. So out of the ones I told you, what do you think should win Best Picture?
I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody, I think, but I haven't seen some of the other ones. So there could be like a really good hidden gem out there that I haven't seen.
Yeah, but out of those ones, I've seen 3 or 4. Bohemian Rhapsody is a good film, but I kind of is it Best Picture.
A lot of the Best Pictures and things like always seem to go under my radar, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, we
like,
kind of you see the big films, but then there are some niche films that you don't see.
It's like was it like Green Book or whatever?
Green Book.
That
I
completely
really want to
slipped
see
my.
it.
That completely went under my radar.
I've not seen it. I know nothing about it. I think it should win the Oscar.
All right, we'll go
Going
with that.
out for it.
We could watch that tonight and like be this like trash.
It could be trash, but this is going to be released in a couple of days.
All right, fine.
So
You can edit that bit out.
We'll go for another. I mean, it links in with James's question of pick for best actors.
Yeah.
So we'll go for best actor and best actress on films.
Read them out.
So best actress, you've got. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, but she's from Roma. Glenn Close from The Wife. Olivia Colman, The Favourite.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, A Star Is Born, and Melissa McCarthy, Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Okay, I've never seen that last one, but
So that's the one that she's in with Richard E. Grant, and I think he's playing a gay guy. It looks good.
okay.
Again, I've not seen it. I don't watch films.
Let me. Okay, so I've seen like a bit of The Favourite,
Yeah.
or like
Would you rate it?
I think it's like it's pretty good. It's not like it's one of those films that you sort of have to you either like love it or hate it.
Yeah.
And it's because it's done by the same guy that did The Lobster.
Okay.
And I don't know if you've seen The Lobster,
No.
but it's a very, very strange film, but also a very, very clever one.
Yeah.
and I think that like the favourite kind of has the same sort of like backbone.
Yeah. So do you feel Olivia Colman deserves best?
I mean,
Actress?
she's good in it.
Yeah.
So I'd say so.
So you're saying Olivia Colman?
Yeah, but then again, I haven't. There might, and again, there might be a performance there that's like amazing.
I don't know if you've seen. Connor's telling us to wrap it up from behind the camera. So I'm going to run through best actor, and then we're going to do one more question, and we'll save the rest for another one. Best actor: Christian Bale, Vice; Bradley Cooper, A Star Is Born; Willem Dafoe at Eternity's Gate; Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody; or Viggo Mortensen, Green Book.
I mean,
the big talk is Remy because people say he's amazing in it. I've seen it. I think he's amazing in it, but I don't think the film is as good.
Oh, so you think a method actor is good then?
I'm going to go Viggo Mortensen, Green Book.
Just because I said that.
I'm going to see it. He's going to be amazing in it.
No, I think Rami Malek is going to should win that. Like he deserves it, and he's so hyped up that he can't really lose.
I think the odds are in his favour. I might put a $5 on Viggo, just because Green Book's going to be amazing. Even
though you haven't seen it.
I mean, I'll see it and I'll put a post online and I'll tell you what I think.
All right, okay.
The last question we're going to go for, we'll go for Vlad's one to end it. If you won the lottery tonight, what would you spend the money on?
How much do you win for the lottery?
You can have 50 million.
50
If
million.
you won 50 million tonight, what would you spend the money on?
Okay, so I'll probably spend it on 2 Teslas.
2? Why
and then,
2?
What?
Why 2?
I don't know, one for uni, one for pleasure.
Oh, pleasure.
Because I don't know, because you gotta have like whatever mood. I might have a red one for when I'm feeling like
you'd have to get a red
excited.
One. You can't wear the brand and then not have a red
one.
one.
And then a black one for like when I'm feeling more casual.
Yeah.
And then probably the rest I'll put down on a roulette table.
The rest of it on a roulette. See, we'll talk about poker in another episode because I want to know what goes through your head. If I won the lottery, I'd give you a meal, I'd give Connor a meal, I'd give Vlad a meal.
Okay.
Everyone in Red Boat, I'd give a meal. With not a meal, an actual 1 million. You know, I'll have the meal. And then put some money into a film, buy my family a house, and kind of, might give some to charity.
I mean,
I'll save it. I might chuck a tenner on a roulette table. We'll go together.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. Like in all seriousness, like a lot of the money would go to making a film.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Red Boat needs the money now.
Yeah.
I think we've spent enough money on films.
Yeah.
And
we're going to be spending more.
So we've got a few questions. So we've got Charlie, Alex. I know Connor had a question for us. Those questions we'll answer in the next one. We have a Berlin special probably next week. That's all we have time for today. Tom?
Yeah.
How do you think it went?
I think it went alright. Any feedback as well is very much appreciated because we're very new to this.
TNT podcast episode 1 done.
Cheers, guys.
See you later on.